If you don't know how to cut a wedding dress or a reception gown, this video is for you. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to achieve a full mermaid gown with cut together tail. Please don't skip any part of this video because there's so much to learn. I took my time to explain in detail on how to cut this mermaid gown. As a beginner, you don't need to worry. Just take your time and enjoy the video. I'll be drafting on a pattern paper for the purpose of clarity. For this type of skirt, you need to measure your front and back hip separately. I'll be attaching a video on how to measure it. Her front hip is 19 inches, so I divided it by 2 to get 9.5. So I have 9.5 here for the front part. I'll label it so that you won't get confused. And I have the length here for the skirt part. For the back part, her back hip is 21 inches. I divided it by 2 to get 10.5. Please note that you can use your regular skirt pattern to cut this mermaid skirt. I just want to show you a professional and new method that will give you a really nice fitting. So to measure your front hip, you need to wear a trouser so that you can be seeing the line. So for the front part, you take it from this side to the other side, and for the back part, you take it from one side to the other. Make sure you are wearing a trouser or a fitted skirt and you place it on the most fullest part of your hip. In a situation where you did not measure it on your client, what you need to do to get your front part is to minus 2 inches from your round hip, and to get the back part, you add the 2 inches to your round hip. The round hip is 40. If I deduct 2 inches, I will have 38. That 38, you divide it by 4 to get your front part. You add the 2 inches to the total round hip and divide it by 4 to get your back part. Alright, I'll be starting with the front part. The first measurement I will mark is from her waistline to her hip line, which is 9 inches. From her waistline to her knee line is 19 inches. And her exact skirt length is 42 inches. So I will rule the lines out now. Please note that it's only on the hip line that I'm doing subtraction and addition method. The waistline remain the same, so you'll be dividing the waist by 4. Her waist is 32, so I'll divide it by 4 and I will mark the measurement here. So before I connect it to the hip line, I'll be coming up by 1 inch from the hip line, so to eliminate the pointiness. I also came down by 2 inches from the hip, so I'll connect it. This is to eliminate the sharp point so that the hip will not be looking pointy. To get your actual knee line, you'll be deducting 8 inches from your actual hip measurement. The hip of this person is 40 inches. If I minus 8 inches, I'll be having 32 inches. So 32 inches, you'll be dividing it by 4. After dividing it by 4, you place the measurement on your knee line and you connect it to the 1 inch you came down from your hip line. From the knee line, I will blend it the way you see me doing. From the waistline, I will be coming down by 1.5. This is to eliminate the excess folding on the front part. I will snap it the way you see me doing. After that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Please don't mind my voice. I've been battling with cough. Please manage the voiceover like that, okay? After cutting the front part, I'll proceed to cut the back part. I have my back pattern here. So I will repeat what I did on the front part. I'll measure from the waist to my hip line, which is 9 inches. From the waist to the knee line, which is 19 inches, and the full length is 42 inches. Before I mark her waist measurement, I'll be coming out by 1 inch from this zipper side. So I will come out by 1 inch. After marking it, I'll be coming up by 1 inch from the hip line, and I will curve it the way you see me doing. I will start placing her measurement from the 1 inch I came out. I'll mark quarter of her round waist from there. I'll add 1 inch for that intake. On the hip line, I will come out by 1 inch and I will connect it the same thing I did on the front part. Please note that adding a dart on your back part is optional. I'm just showing you how you can go about it for the sake of those that like adding that on their back part, and if you are not using a beaded lace, you can add that on your back part. So I will mark her nipple to nipple point measurement for the dart line, and I'll come down by 6 inches for the dart length. I'll connect it. I'm not using a dart on this mermaid skirt. I'll be eliminating the dart. If you wish to add that, you can go ahead. I'll be taking half inch on the both dart leg. That's the 1 inch I replaced. I'm working with a beaded lace and I don't want to do lace placement. That's why I don't need a dart on the mermaid skirt. If you are not working with a beaded lace, you can go ahead and add that on your back. Or if you are doing a lace placement, you can add it on your satin before placing your lace on it. For the knee line, we deducted 8 inches from the actual hip measurement and we got 32 inches, so you divide it by 2. After placing the measurement, you divide what is left by 2. I have 2.5 inches. I'll be sharing it on the both side of the skirt. As you can see, I folded my tape on the 2.5 inches and I place it on this side and on this side also. This is how I folded my tape on the 2.5 inches and I place it on the both side the way you see me doing. So I will come down by 1 inch on the hip line on the both side of the hip and I will connect it the way you see me doing. After cutting it out, this is what I have for the front and back. Can you see that? So because I'm not using a dart on my back skirt, I'll be eliminating the dart. When you are cutting yours, don't add a dart. I just use this to teach those that will be interested in learning how to do that. So I'll be closing this dart up. I'll first of all slash it open and I will merge it with my masking tape. I'm done eliminating the dart, so I will measure what I have on my waist. To confirm, quarter of my round waist is 8 inches. I have exact 8 inches here. I have my front and back here, so I'll be transferring it to my fabric. When you want to achieve a maximum fullness on the down part, I will advise you use 4 yards of fabric. That will give you exactly what you want. If you're a slim person, you can use 3.5. So this is a beaded lace. I will be cutting it on my satin fabric first. Make sure you cut on your satin fabric before cutting it on your lace fabric. I've placed my front pattern on a folded fabric. After placing it, you make sure you pin it down so that it won't be moving around. You also make sure you have about 10 inches on this down part. If you want it to be very full, you can use 15 inches. Please don't add more than 15 inches on the front part. So for the down part, I'll be adding extra 4 inches to make it longer. If you're making a wedding dress or a reception gown, you need to pour on the ground, so you add extra inches so that it will flow. So I'll be adding my 1/2 inch on the waistline, and on the side front I'll be adding 1.5 inches for side seam sewing allowance, I will add it straight to the knee line measurements. So when I get to the knee, I will flare it out to the 10 inches. Just watch closely what I'm doing. I'll slant it to meet the 10 inches I measure on the down part. Please don't forget to add the 4 inches on the down part. After marking it, I will measure what I have on this slanted line. From the knee line, you measure it. For me, I have 27 inches. I will write it down. As this video progresses, you understand the reason why I'm doing this. I'll go ahead now and cut it out. After cutting the front part, I will place my back part. This side facing me is my side back, and the other side is the zipper allowance side. So this is the front part that I've already cut. Can you see? It's facing the side front. This side is where I'll be adding my zipper allowance. On this side back, you make sure you have about 10 inches. On this side, you make sure you have about 15 inches. For the down part, I'll be adding extra 9 inches. Depending on how long you want your tail to be, you can add or reduce it. Alright? On this side back, I'll be adding 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. I will add half inch on the waistline. So from the knee line, I'll be placing the 27 inches I measured on the front part. This 27 inches. That's why I say you should write it down so that you don't forget. So from the knee line, I will place my tape the way you see me doing. Let me adjust it. Can you see? So you mark it at the 27 inches. After that, I will slant it to the knee line. For my zipper allowance, I'll be adding 0.75. Please don't add more than 0.75 if you don't want your back flare to be bulky. If you want it to spread out well, don't add more than 0.75. You can as well use 0.5 if you wish. After marking it, I will slant it out to meet the 15 inches. Just watch closely what I'm doing. After slanting it, I will connect it from the 9 inches I measured down. I'll be making this side straight. I'll show you how you can join it if you don't have enough fabric. Alright, so just watch how I am connecting it. After connecting it, I'll go ahead and cut it out. For this side that I'll be joining something, I will make it straight. Just make it straight so that if I join it, it will be straight. So I'll just take a piece of fabric and measure it this way. I'll pin it down. I'll pin it with 1/2 inch that I'll be using to join it. After pinning it, I will turn it to the other side so that I can trim it out. After cutting it out, I'll be reducing the hem of the skirt so that it won't be sharp. So I will come up by 1.5 inches and I will connect it back the way you see me doing. After that, I'll cut it out. After curving the hem, you have something like this. So later I will go to my sewing machine and join the 1/2 inch. So the next thing now is to curve the hem of the side front and the side back. So I'll bring my front part, I will match it together. Make sure you curve the hem for both front and back, for both center back and the side front and side back. After merging it together, I will come up by 1.5 inches. If you don't have a big cutting table, you can cut it on the ground. So I'll go ahead now and transfer it to my main fabric. I'll go off camera and do that. So after cutting it, I have something like this. Because it's a beaded lace, I'll go ahead and break the bead. Make sure you break the bead up to the sewing allowance that you added. If you are doing lace placement, please don't break your beads. I believe most of us can sew a skirt, so you go ahead and join your skirt together. I did not film the sewing part. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.